Hello, my name is Isa and I'm an awakening Starseed soul. The second most important topic in the energy series is protection. What is energy protection? In the human body series, we learned that our body is not just a body, we have an aura, and that aura has 7 layers of energy bodies. And these bodies are connected to our 7 chakras. We are electromagnetic beings. I learned that in order to keep our energetic body and aura protected from anything negative, we have to set our own energy protection. When I first had my spiritual awakening, my energy was all over the place because I did not know how to protect my own energy or protect myself from other people's energies. I learned that the best way to protect my energy is to use the power of visualization and create a bubble of energy protection around my body. How do I do this? I usually do this when I first wake up. After I do my grounding exercises, please watch the previous video on grounding if you haven't done that already. I visualize my body in a bubble of pure light, pure white light, or pure golden light. Then I add a golden infinity sign so it can stay on all day. There are many ways to do this. Feel free to set up your protection however you feel called to do it. As long as there is an intention of protection and the awareness, anything will work. For example, you can say affirmations. I set the intention to put myself in a bubble of pure white light today and only allow that which is of my highest good to enter. That doesn't mean that you'll be protected from everything all day. It just means that your reality will only allow things that are more in alignment with your highest good to be experienced. But remember, lessons still have to be learned regardless. So if something happens to you that day, it doesn't mean that the protection bubble didn't work. It just means that the lesson had to be learned and fully understood by you so that you can then move on from it. How? By switching your perspective to a more positive mindset. We'll be getting into more detail on how to switch your mindset in the Shadow Work series, so stay tuned for that. But back to the topic, there are different colors of light that we can visualize for a bubble of protection, like pink, blue, white, purple, green, etc. You can experiment with these through meditation exercises to find out the one that works best for you and also the different purposes, just like different color grounding cords that we learned about in our previous video. For example, you can set a different color bubble depending on what you're going to do for the day, since every color carries a different vibration. For example, if you're going to go out in a crowded place, try a blue or white bubble, maybe even pink, which is unconditional love. If you're curious about what color means, you can look those up online. If you don't like the idea of a bubble, you can try anything else that you want. For example, a warrior shield, a flower, or even a spaceship. As long as the intention is there, it will work. I learned that this has to be done every day, especially at the beginning of the awakening journey. When I first started setting my bubble of protection in the mornings, I noticed that other people's energies was not affecting me as much. Then I started doing more meditations and research on this, so I noticed my angels and guides started helping me with my protection. I would be meditating and they would give me a shield or an armor of light, and it would level up my protection. And so I would thank them and use my new shield of protection moving forward. After a while, I started noticing that I was automatically protected from outside energy, and didn't need to do this anymore, unless I wanted to add extra layer of protection for any reason, like going into a crowded place, for example. I would follow my gut instinct. If I felt like adding more protection, I would just do it. I invite you to try and add a bubble of protection to yourself before you go into a crowded place or when you first wake up in the morning. How did you feel for that day? Did you have a better experience? Did you notice anything different? This, of course, takes a little bit of practice and dedication, but it works amazing. These are just a few of the ways that I learned how to protect my energy. There's millions of ways to do this. The main powerful tool here is the awareness. Know that there are many energies that may affect us. I'll be doing a series on powerful tools, so stay tuned for that. The other powerful tool here is the intention. This is one of the most powerful things we can have because with the power of intention, we can do so much for ourselves, including healing, connecting, grounding, protecting. The possibilities are endless. I hope this video has shed some light on one of the most important things for your energy, which is grounding and protection. Without these two, the energy that we are can be all over the place, and it takes our awareness to bring us back to ourselves. Remember, we are made of pure energy and pure awareness. So, this is super important. Once we master how to protect our own energy, we can literally become unbothered by anything negative that we experience. Other people's problems do not get to us. We can simply and rationally make our own conscious choices based on the fact that we are not absorbing other people's energies or emotions. That doesn't mean that we become cold or distant. It just means that we can feel their energy, but it doesn't consume us, and we're not like a sponge absorbing everybody else's problems into our own. I know from experience that this can be overwhelming, and not only that, absorbing other people's energies can even cause sickness and aches in our own bodies. What we want is to be able to feel the energy, acknowledge it, and know who the energy belongs to. If you're not sure, I learned that we can always ask, is this my energy or someone else's? I always hear yes or no. If the energy is yours, we can learn how to process it. If it's not, I always say, that's not me. With love and compassion, I let you go. Why do I do that? Because we don't want to carry what no longer serves us. Once we become aware, then we know we learned the lesson, then we can move on and place the focus back on ourselves and the present moment. If the energy is yours and you want to learn how to process it, you have to become aware of it, acknowledge it, release it, and let it go. I will be doing other videos in the shadow work series or healing series that will talk about how to do that in more detail, so stay tuned. These are just some of the ways I use for energy protection. Everyone's journey is different, so it may look different to you. There's no right or wrong way to protect your energy. Also, there's many books out there that can teach you how to protect your energy in much greater detail. I also recommend testing out different things and maybe journaling what you learn as you go. You'd be surprised at what you may find about yourself. Some people may need more protection than others. It's not a one size fits all when it comes to energy protection. There are many levels on energy protection based on what you need. And once we feel protected, we start to feel safe. Why is that important? Because once we start to feel safe, we start to calm our own nervous system, and our body is no longer in the state of fear or in what some people may call a fight or flight mode or freeze mode. Protecting our energy is super important for accelerated ascension because our aim is to know ourselves and to protect ourselves. Then we can start to focus on ourselves and our own healing journey. Then we can find our true purpose for existing. And I don't know about you, but I definitely wanted to know what my purpose was in this lifetime so I can evolve my soul in this incarnation. My soul wants to learn, grow, and evolve. This is why we are here as starseeds. We come to this earth with a mission and purpose, and it's up to us to find our free will and try to uncover what that is. I believe that learning to protect your energy and being able to tell what is you and what is not you is a great way to get to know who you truly are and why you are here now. I invite you to tune into yourself and try some energy protection exercises. And let me know in the comments if you have any questions about energy protection. And we can start the conversation to help each other grow. That's it for the topic for now. If the video resonates, make sure you click like, feel free to share, and follow for more content. It's Starseeds. It's time to wake up, learn about your energy, and take your power back.